Well, morning everybody. We're on the dog walk as normal this morning, and we've got a special guest today. So we're hoping to meet a gentleman called Mr. Anderson in the woods. And Mr. Anderson is joining us after Christmas, and we're going to talk a little bit. I think he's preparing a fire for us as we speak, and hopefully he's going to talk to us a little bit about some of the exciting things that he's going to bring to school. Well, good morning. I'm really pleased to welcome Tom Anderson here today. Morning, Tom.
Morning.
And perhaps a strange place for us to be maybe in the last week of term on a sort of damp morning in December, but perhaps quite a natural place for you, Tom.
Yeah, I'd say so. I think I'm generally more at home outside than I am inside.
And that's a big part of your role coming here. So all of you will know that here at Great Ballard, a big ambition of ours is for our children to be outside more than they would be in any other school. And that's a big part of your mission here.
Yeah, I mean, the first time I came here, I was, to be honest, blown away by the ground, not just the house, but the grounds more than the house, really. Especially getting up onto the top and looking out over the Solent, which is where I used to sail, and looking out towards the Isle of Wight. Yeah, it's an incredible grounds, and I sort of walked around with my jaw open, thinking there's so much that could be done here, and you know, it's an amazing place.
Yeah. You are a primary teacher currently, teaching Year 6, I guess.
True. Yeah, Year 6 in a state school at the moment. Yeah.
Brilliant. But prior to that, your background was very much in outdoor ed and sailing. And tell us a little bit about that.
So I got into outdoor education through sailing, bigger boat sailing, and then dinghy sailing, and then decided to start coaching and teaching sailing, and then that got me into other outdoor education, so working with young children initially in sailing, but then taking them climbing and caving and archery, rifle shooting, you name it really. But that was I did 3 years of that in the Mediterranean, and then worked on Dartmoor, taking children out caving and potholing and climbing and that sort of thing. Yeah.
So tell me, what do young people learn outdoors that they maybe don't learn so easily indoors?
All the sort of barriers and protection that they build up, and their comfort zone is kind of tested and challenged. It's all sort of stripped away a little bit. I think they discover more about themselves when they're out being challenged in the outdoors. So it's, you know, I quite like the personal challenge that it presents to them.
Tell me how you're going to hope to develop this from the youngest age in school right the way through to the age of 16.
Duke of Edinburgh is a great example of something to aim for. So taking that right back through the school, you can start building those skills right from nursery age, really. Although formally they can't start doing it until year 9, they can still start doing, you know, all the navigation and the volunteering and the expedition stuff from a very young age, and then by the time they get to actually doing it formally, they're ready to go. But also getting them off site from Great Ballard. There's some amazing opportunities to take children overseas and to take them into cultural environments that they will never have experienced before, and again you can start drip feeding that from right down at the bottom of the school.
You've got big plans already, even for next year, if things stay possible.
Absolutely, without giving too much away, plans for some quite challenging expeditions overseas and trekking through mountains maybe.
And there are other aspects to your role here. The Forest School development through to Duke of Edinburgh is one part of it. We've mentioned your teaching, so tell us your favourite subjects in the classroom and your favourite age ranges.
That's partly why I went into primary, because you're not tied to one subject, so I like the range of subjects that you get to do even on a day-to-day basis. But I'm quite arty, and I quite like my music as well. So I enjoy teaching maths and English, and I can actually see opportunities to do more of that in the forest as well, so extend the learning that they're doing in the classroom.
The truth is, you have done an awful lot of things, and one of the roles that you have here is to look at that co-curricular side, the breadth of the things that children do, so to look at the music, the art, the drama, the sports, and bring them all together here. What's your favourite of all of those things, or are you literally that all-round who has a go at everything?
I guess music has been something that's been with me for my whole life. I've played the piano my whole life, and more recently played the guitar, so quite big into music. That got me into drama a little bit, and production, so I quite enjoy that.
And you're also going to take a role in helping to organise clubs and after-school activities here. So I was asked by one of the students, is there anything in particular you think you'd like to bring as an after-school club?
Firstly, I think the clubs that are already on offer look fabulous, but yeah, definitely. I heard rumour that some of the children are quite keen for perhaps some sort of go-karting, and I know there's a Green Power Club which I'm quite keen to get involved. I actually hear there might even be a car somewhere hiding on site, which could be perhaps
hidden away.
pulled out and got back into working order. So that would be fab. I'd love to get involved with that. Also, clearly because of my sailing background, I'd love to get the children out on the water. We're in a perfect place. I mean, you can see it from here.
Finally, Tom, let's talk about the pastoral role. It's such an important part in school, happy children. And you're going to pick up that role looking after students from year 3 to 6. You won't be a form tutor. It gives you a chance to get to know them all. But tell me, what makes happy children? How do you produce happy children, that magical thing?
I think it stems from a culture and environment of trust, where they feel both trusted and they feel that they can trust everyone around them. And I think that comes from really good communication. So them, every child feeling like they have a voice and that they have enough trusted people around them that they can speak up.
I thought we might ask you, in the tradition of these interviews, a few Christmas questions. You ready for this?
I'm ready, yeah.
So you've never seen these before, so best thing to do, off the top of your head, just give us an answer. So, Mariah Carey or Nat King Cole?
Nat King Cole, hands down.
That was an easy one to start
A
with.
warm up.
It's a Wonderful Life or Love Actually?
Oh, Love Actually, though I hate to say it.
Your best ever Christmas present?
Oh, a donkey. I gave my mum a donkey once.
You gave your mum a donkey?
Yes, a charity African donkey.
So not actually wrapped up?
Not wrapped up.
Nativities or traditional carol services?
Traditional carol services, I think. I'm quite a fan of the sing-alongs.
So an Anderson family Christmas tradition you could share with us?
Okay, we started one a couple of years ago, and given that I don't play the accordion, it was for me to play the accordion and us go knocking on doors, singing Christmas songs in the neighbourhood.
Wonderful. So maybe a little bit of accordion later round the tree. Thanks very much, Tom.